Welcome smart. WIP fam. Let's go.
Take a trip, follow me into the sun, to the sea, the crystal in the breeze. I'll let it follow me and take your hands off the wheel and take it off, and let it go, let it breathe. Gonna take some time, come with me. Never been one to wait, so give me up everything. 'Cause every time you look at me, I see myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes. Myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes.
I see myself in your eyes, WIP fam. Come on, let's go.
I see you in everything. I see you in everything. I see myself in your eyes. I see you in everything. myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes. I see you in every day. I see myself in your eyes. I see you in every day. I see myself in your eyes. I see you in every day. I see myself in your eyes. I know what place where I wanna go. Could you just stay by my side? It'll be alright. I wanna taste of the other side. It just took me some time to realize. I wanna go, I wanna fly, I wanna take myself to a new sky. I wanna live, I wanna die, I wanna thank myself to get it out. Take me to another place. Take me to another I know a place that I wanna find. Could you just open your eyes and free your mind? I wanna face what I haven't tried. It just took me some time to realize. I wanna go, I wanna fly, I wanna take myself to a new sky. I wanna live, I wanna die, I wanna thank myself, figure it out. Take me to another place.
We're taking you to the WIP today.
Take me to another place. Take me to another place.
and it's called a WIP.
Your touch is taking me away from here. I'm alright with no direction. Yeah, but too much. You're making me forget myself. Let's take a ride across the desert night. And when the sun comes up in the morning light, I can feel you there. Oh, look at me now, look at me now. I'm right here. And as the light spills out in the sleepless air, you will see me there. Don't go anywhere, go anywhere. Wait right here. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh, look at me now. I'm alright. Oh, look at me now. You said I'm looking for my happiness. I wanna try to feel connected. Yeah. In the rush of falling into emptiness, I wanna drive under the streetlights. And when the sun comes out in the morning light, I can feel you there. Oh, look at me now, look at me now. I'm right here. And as the light spills out in the sleepless air, you see me there. Don't go anywhere, go anywhere. Wait right here. I'm alright. Oh, look at me now. I'm alright. Oh, look at me now. And when the sun comes up in the morning light, I can feel you there. And when the sun comes up in the morning light, not happy, and I wish you well. It's been a minute since I called you. It's like you don't know me at all. Please don't forget who I am when I'm gone. I hope that you remember me. I get that there was nothing that I could have done. Please don't forget my heart. Please don't forget my heart. Please don't forget all the things that we've done. You will always be a part of me. I get that you don't speak of me now that I'm gone. But please don't forget my heart. Please don't forget my heart. I know it's time for me to let you go. I hope that you remember me. I know it's time for me to let you go. I hope that you remember me.
WIP fam, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Michael's ready. Who else? Hey, Matt is ready. Who else is ready? Who else is ready? Jackson, hey, Carol, what is that? Jackson. Let's go, let's go.
Seaside, So come out and change me. You were always around to make me smile. Stuck on the water, I'm stuck on the water now. I just need some space, my friend. It's not what you wanted, it's not what you wanted, yeah. But I just need a change again. Help me out before I die. Save me now before I give up. Help me out before I die. Yeah, I just need some insight. I'm drifting around, watching the birds fly by. So come out and shake me. I'm caught in the waves, but let me down. Stuck on the water, stuck on the water now. I just need some space, my friend. It's not what you wanted, it's not what you wanted, yeah. I just need a change again. Help me out before I die. Save me now before I give up. Help me out before I drown. 'Cause I just need some space.
Hey, mic check, mic check.
Stuck on the water, I'm stuck on the water.
Nice, fade that out, Sandy Meows. Masterful. Can y'all hear me okay? Nice. Anyway, this is Matthew coming in live from Miami. Made it all the way down here. Our Basil's here. Easy and Crypto's here. Hidden Forces is here. Anyone else that's in Miami, make sure you reach out to us. Would love to meet up IRL. All amazing vibes down here. Great art exhibition, some amazing screens. Super stoked to be here. This is Matthew, just in case y'all don't know. We're back from Thanksgiving break. I hope everyone stuffed themselves full of turkey and gravy and stuffing, cranberry sauce, and all the good stuff, and hung out with family. Really happy to be back here. Looking through folks that are in the Token Smart Discord. Shout out to Dat Ogar, one of the most masterful meta architects in all of the metaverse. Everyone else here, welcome to the WIP. We have some amazing speakers and projects here giving us updates today. We have Metatravelers here with us, a little homegrown project that's doing big numbers. Excited to hear Trippy and Marco talk about that. We have Aphoria's dad in the house, who has a drop coming up on Nifty. That's a pretty exciting collaboration. He's going to unveil some of the details there. We have Mural back with us today, giving us some updates. And of course, Monster Chompers is in the house. But before we get into that, big shout out, as always, to Proof of Beauty as the season sponsor of the WIP. You know, Proof of Beauty. They are an experimental NFT studio. Learn more about them at pob.studio. Yeah, always making beautiful generative art over there. For folks that are in Crypto Voxels, we're holding it down in the Token Smart Amphitheater. Be silly, dance, take some selfies, post it on Twitter, have fun there. But with that, really excited to pass the mic to my dude, the hype master himself, Rizzle. Let's take it away, dude.
What's up, dude? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah,
Give me a
you coming in.
All right. I am not in Miami. I'm like the only person not in Miami. Let's see. A few things. This is actually built by Voxel Architects, although Dat Ogar is definitely a Hall of Famer. So, and we've been in a whole lot of places built by both. What's up, BB Studios? We got to hang out in NFT NYC. Okay, a bunch. You guys are making me feel better that not everybody's down there partying without me. Let's see. WIP, Tipsy Cbot hates us, but I think I'm just going to deposit our pointless currency this week, and so around the holidays we'll be able to make it rain on you guys with WIP C significantly. Big shout out to Sandy, who simultaneously DJ'd a set while also distributing turkey heads along with Savage Prebes. So people who are at the Gobble Gobble event, you should be able to find your turkey platter head or whatever in your, it might be dropped in the hidden folder on OpenSea. So if you have any trouble finding it, let one of us know. Let's see. What do we have? Come to my birthday party. As per weird tradition, I'm throwing myself a birthday party. Actually, y'all pulled off a surprise party for me last year, which was epic. But let's see. We're gonna actually do a thing, like a giveaway here. It'll be part of this. Here, check this out. Savage Prebes made this. This is like limited edition version of like the Rizzle shirt. So if you RSVP and say that you're coming to my party, it's on the 13th of December. If you come, you're gonna have to do all these weird things. You're gonna have to like, make a pilgrimage to the Rizzle block and sign a thing and like do all this stuff. But if you RSVP, tag me on Twitter, take a selfie with me in the Crypto Voxels right now, I'll send you one of these limited edition ones. Otherwise, you'll get like the default one, which is also super dope. But they're not like quite as rare as the limited blue edition ones. And so I'm going to host it in my apartment in Crypto Voxels. We're going to do a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to give away a whole bunch of stuff, and it'll be super fun. So come to my birthday party, RSVP. Yeah, you want the blue one. The blue one's sweet. The green one is also really dope, but, scarcity. Doesn't it look rare? It just in its blueness. Paradox is, I think, somewhere. We're going to figure out if we're going to do a group shot afterwards. And I think that's about everything for this week. So we are. Paradox says we are. So hop into Crypto Voxels. I'll drop the link again. Tag me. Take a selfie with me. Tag me. RSVP to my birthday party. If you get called into work that day or something, you're just going to have to like quit your job or something if you RSVP, ahead of time. That's how these things go. Big shout out to the whole crew, people in Miami and not easy. Paradox Trippy Show, Timmy, Tubador, Guts Berserk, GB, Grev, Alex, Foxy Yoga, Carolina Duh, Sandy the Meow Meow, who's like Squiggle Meow or something else, Dragonade, Trizlet, Musashi, and anybody else who I'm missing. Let's have a fun whip today. Let's see who we got up first. I got to turn around here. I'm dancing on stage. Oh, we got Metatravelers up right now. Great. If you guys can hear me, grab the mic.
Awesome. What is up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, did you get a new mic, Trippy?
Nope, still on the same headset.
Nice, coming through loud and clear there.
Awesome. Yeah, we have our co-founder Marco here as well, Meta Marco. We've been building together for quite some time now, almost 2 years, and we just launched our first major collection, Metatravelers. Before that, we had done the Genesis Stone, which serves as a multi-purpose mint pass for this guild and future guilds. But yeah, just to talk a little bit about Metatravelers, we just launched our 7,777 piece collection. And the first guild is the Nibiru Guild. It's kind of like this sci-fi fantasy guild. Yeah, CD in the chat there just posted a little animated GIF, kind of cycling through some of them. They're composed of multiple different traits. It was all created in 3D. Full game dev pipeline. Backed to create them as well. So everything's optimized. For the future of the metaverse. I've been around the WIP for a while, and always hearing what people are talking about and what everyone likes to do when they're traveling, and so kind of taking that into account, we wanted to build something special that people can actually embody. As we move into this digital first era, everyone's kind of moving into the metaverse, and we saw how much people love the PFP movement and things like that. So it's going to be exciting to finally get the 3D files in everyone's hands and see everyone, wearing them, whether it be in VR chat or walking around Decentraland or Somnium Space, like that, all of those things. So, yeah, we have this whole, universe planned out. And, Marco, I don't know if you want to touch on any of the exciting components that we've been building. We've been doing puzzles, and we have a motion comic, and there's some other things there as well to unpack.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Marco, as Trippy stated, we've been working on this project for, over 7 months now, and been working together on immersive art installations. I've been working in immersive art, used to do laser shows and different lighting design for concerts, music festivals, and we had started working on projects, about 2 years ago, and we've been working on this now this year. So super excited about it. We have brought in some really awesome people to help kind of create a backstory and a lore for these characters. So they're not just kind of this random collection of characters, but so we were working with a gentleman named Andy Lanning and Anthony Williams. And Andy has actually worked with Marvel for the last 20 years. He's one of the original writers of Guardians of the Galaxy. He wrote all the comics that the movies were based off of. So he's just a brilliant, brilliant writer. And we're so happy to have him on our team. And so he's basically crafting, the lore and backstory for this first guild, which is the Nibiru. And as we develop over coming months, as we, potentially have multiple collections, we're kind of looking at it, similar to, each guild will have its own world in the metaverse. We're, developing land and different experiences throughout, various metaverses from Decentraland, Somnium Space, CryptoVoxels. We also purchased Leap-In Worlds, which we're building out in Unreal Engine. So as the story progresses, people and the characters that are in this collection are, written into those comics. We have a motion comic that's been coming out every Friday. So, it's kind of like that the collection, you're kind of part of the story. You're not just kind of passively watching it how you would normally in a movie or a series. And, we're looking to kind of craft experiences that match kind of what's happening in the story. So there could be different scavenger hunts or things that are happening in the story that our users can kind of play out that experience. We're definitely big into creating a lot of just gamified puzzles and things like that have been a lot of fun that we've done. Up until launch, we were doing them building up, and I think now that we have created the collection, we're kind of going full force into kind of creating a lot of different events. And obviously it's very focused around just everything in digital worlds. So, really excited about, kind of crafting that. I think it could be a really unique experience, which is a lot of fun for, people to kind of progress through. And obviously everyone's excited about future games and things that we can do, both internally and collaborations that we're looking into, is how basically to create the most utility out of these avatars. We've done them in a way where we have them rigged for facial rigging, body rigging. There's a lot of different utility we've already played around with, live tracking, Snapchat filters, using the avatars in Zoom calls. So you kind of name it. We're trying to kind of, be able to let someone take their digital identity wherever they go. And I think, as you kind of seen as the whole profile, the PFP kind of thing took off, and that's just like the very beginning. I think people are going to want to represent themselves in digital worlds, as their digital avatars, and it's exciting. It's a lot of fun building this out together. So I'm very excited about those type of things. I don't know, Trippy, if there's stuff you want to add into like on when it comes to that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
if there's
and,
anything
you know,
else,
just
I'm kind of
Yeah, there's a lot to it, right? You know, Sketchstar in the chat just said, "Man, this sounds immense," and they're right. You know, there's the 3D avatar component. You know, there's the experiential storytelling that we're going to be unraveling through different technologies, which you mentioned. You know, we've already been doing puzzles and scavenger hunts. We have our, you know, DCL estate. It's a 36 parcel estate in Decentraland. That's like the foundational home base. We have the various Leap-In worlds, and each guild's going to have kind of like its own Leap-In world. We're also taking, you know, 20% of the treasury or the funds from the sale to establish the treasury for, you know, the guild as well, so the community can kind of vote on where we want to distribute the funds or what type of grants or opportunities we'd like to build for the community as well. So yeah, a lot to stay tuned to. And we're also looking to expand, right? We just had a very successful launch, sold out in 15 minutes, active secondary market. And so we now, you know, have the resources to kind of scale and help grow this, not only the community, but the products that we're offering for the community. So if anyone, you know, knows someone who's excited to build and you know, excited about the metaverse and the future of digital avatars and identity, definitely reach out.
It's awesome. And immense is probably the best way to describe this project. It's so much on its bones. Really excited about it. I'm super stoked that Trippy, you brought this to my attention beforehand, so I was able to get into this. But yeah, all the pieces that you're talking about building out, so excited to see how that goes. But I know there are some questions from the audience, and I know our man Show has some questions for y'all. So I'll pass the mic to Show for the question.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Lou.
Hey, what's up, Show?
How's my audio? Am I good?
Yep, coming through clear.
Okay. Speaking of clear, yeah, Trippy, like your microphone is like gold. I want it. I need it in my life.
they're AirPods. I mean, they're working good today. Not every day though, it seems.
Speaking of things that are working good today and things that I want in my life, we have a question from Big Thicko. They would like to know, well, actually, they first said, hey, they're a big supporter of Metatravelers. And their question is, have you guys thought about some kind of token or utility where if someone holds a Nibiru for an X amount of time, will they be able to use that token only for that specific Nibiru to, for example, pick a new headgear, shoulder pads, or something on that note? And they also said, would it be possible to incite people more to hold, and specifically those who maybe think their Nibiru is not as cool as another one? I think I
Yes.
get that properly.
Yeah. The question makes sense, and you know, thanks, Big Thicko, for your support and the question as well. It's definitely been a hot topic amongst, you know, the NFT community as a whole and the Metatravelers community. You know, everyone is When token, right? And it's definitely something that we as a team have been discussing internally. It's something that, you know, shouldn't be just an afterthought that we just push out. Definitely taking a serious look at what a utility token would mean for our community and the tokenomics that would have to be designed around that. So it's a big consideration, and we're looking into a way to approach that makes it fun and also make sure we're staying as compliant as possible across the board, right? Because there's a lot of, you know, unknown regulatory scrutinization that's coming, whereas as far as staking or you know, fractionalized ownership and things like that. So, you know, if/when we do that, it will be doing it in the best way we can, and making sure, you know, it's a fun and exciting experience that adds value. It's not just, you know, pushing out a token for the sake of pushing out a token.
That's cool. With your 3D avatar NFT collection titled Nibiru, which references something specific within Esoteria, along with your partnership with Leap-In-Verse, how did the name of the collection and your relationship with Leap-In-Verse come about?
Yeah, this is a great question. You know, at the time we were concepting and, you know, doing very rough initial storyboarding for the collection and the universe as a whole. we were actually using GPT-3, so OpenAI and their API to help generate some of the concepts, right? So we had a laundry lists of names, and we were just generating them and kind of like working in collaboration with this AI. And so, the name Nibiru was actually delivered to us, and it wasn't actually until a few weeks ago or a month ago that it came to our attention that it does represent this like planet X, and so this Nibiru, was it the Nibiru Cataclysm, I think, is kind of like the story behind it, but it's also known as like this 12th planet. So in a way it's totally far out there, but they could just be communicating this to us from another dimension and teleporting in via this NFT. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but we make for an amazing story. And yeah, there's definitely some deep lore that we're crafting behind all of this, in conjunction with Andy and the team from, with the Marvel and DC comic experience, to just like unravel this kind of puzzle that we've been delivered.
It's awesome. And then if anyone else has any extra questions or anything like that, make sure you tag Trippy or Marco in the chat. Make sure you all double leave all the links and things for folks to hit up the OpenSea page and collect this. And if there's any other websites where they can track info, let them know that. But Marco, Trippy, always thank you for stepping up on the virtual stage and telling us and unpacking everything that you're cooking up with Metatravelers.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Sick. And then moving on, we have Euphoria's dad in the house, and I'm never going to get tired of introducing Euphoria's dad. It's hilarious and amazing at the same time. But he has a drop coming up on Nifty Gateway, an incredible collaboration. But I'll let Euphoria's dad take it from here.
Thanks, Matt. Is Mike okay? Getting me?
Yeah, okay. Loud and clear.
Look, so I've got goosebumps all over my damn body right now. It's like fucking crazy what's happening on Twitter right now. It's and I've seen the texts. So I don't know where to start because I'm very emotional with what's going on right now. I've got a text from Too Much Lag just now. And I can't read it to you people, but you are to read it that dropped the 9th of December. So what is it? What it is that, sorry, I'm French. I'm from Montreal. As you know, I'm Euphoria's dad, the real one, biological dad, not Fuck Render. Fuck Render is just he got a drawing, probably a two. It was a copy of two, and he got a drawing of my son someday. And well, I am Euphoria's real dad. And it's been a year now, but it feels like 5 years to me. And that's the name of the drop. As a collector, became creator, and now curator. It's all going to be together the 9th of December on Nifty Gateway. What's going to happen there is that I have invited legends to join me for a retrospective of 2021. And where there will be different mechanism for them to show you and to show you their strong moment of 2021. Could be sad, could be very happy. We got different artists. I can't name them all, but if you want to start with a few, it'd be Exulo, Too Much Lag, Baka Art. Baka Art, by the way, who gave me that, not gave me the idea, but he made me Euphoria's dad by shouting out when he came back to the Metaverse in February after he was sick or something. He said, he came back and said, who the fuck's Euphoria's dad? That guy's crazy. He's been following me for a few weeks now, and it's like, and Slime Sunday to say, well, this guy is following us. He's our daddy. So that's what I am. I've been close to many people in the last year, and well, it feels like it's been 5 years since I sold my first Mad Dog Jones last year at the same time, about for $1,500. And my son telling me, Dad, you're crazy. You should never sell Mad Dog Jones for $1,500. And there I go. I sell it, and 2 weeks later, it sold for $125,000. So I went bipolar that night and didn't sleep for 2 weeks. And then I started to understand what the metaverse was coming to, what that community was coming. And I decided to join these people to express themselves in an artwork, in a piece that will resume just by looking at it what their strongest moment of 2021 was. You will have surprises there. Holder surprise, you will have different surprises. Obviously, I don't know, maybe Euphoria will be there. I don't know. Is he big enough to be there? I don't know. But anyway, want to thank him so much. I don't know if he's there now, but he knew I was kind of nervous. Just to log in Discord for an old 48-year-old man was tough for me. But like I've been very implicated with you guys. I love what you all do. And I hope you come and join us on that crazy December 9th evening.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have any previews or anything to share now, but we'll be dripping some of these previews out for the works and the collaborative pieces. So super excited for that. But if there's any questions, hit A4's dad with those questions.
Hey, A4's dad.
Hey, how are you?
Good. First off, yeah, the name is crazy. I was worried that I was gonna mispronounce it, but it's cool, it's different, it's fun. We need more different names in the world, unique names. Everyone has the same name, and it's boring. It's different. I like different. Speaking of different, would you say that your drop that you're about to release is an exploration in FOMO or lack thereof it?
I'd say I don't want to I don't want to compromise the future, but I'd say it's a voyage. I would resume it as a voyage, and I don't want to tell you so much about it because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's a voyage. Having these artists around me at my table, actually on Nifty Gateway table, but it's like you will see on the teasers. Will bring something new. I know, like I've been getting advices from 33 on his curator drop, which was crazy amazing. I love the guy, and I think he made something unique, but different than what I'm offering, than what I'm presenting. A retrospective of 2021 could become a second voyage, could become something else, So it's exploration. You're totally right. But I've got in mind, I've got a suite. I don't know like how you say that in English, but something is coming up in my mind for next gen of a future drop.
That's cool. I kind of felt you when you said that you couldn't sleep for 2 weeks over. Yeah, I mean, like people don't talk about that in space. Things happen, and it's hard to maintain your sanity sometimes. So let's learn a little bit more about you. How does Euphoria's dad spend his time? Living west of Montreal must be cold and brutal, right?
Well, you're right. I've made friends from Boston, and they were telling me that they have no snow. Right now, I'm in the gallery. Right now, man, I'm building a gallery in my office, as you know, with teleworking, people going back with COVID. I have an office, and it's 2 different fields, obviously. It's a damage insurance broker's office where I have 30 employees that didn't want to come back. And I told them one day, look, guys, if you don't want to come back, I might as well sell the fucking business because I'm a people person. So they said, Matthew, what is it you want to do? I said, well, give me a few months and I'll bring you back. And then I said, what's my passion right now? What has been my passion the last year? And it's NFT, So I decided to invest few dollars in that gallery, 18 screens, 2 projectors. Even if it's cold outside, man, they're gonna go inside. They're gonna come. I told them, made a presentation. They were the first to see the teasers and everything that's coming next week. They all have now a Nifty Gateway account. We taught them. I believe that I am the people's person. As a, like we've seen in the metaverse, we've seen, like we see people selling art, very, very expensive art. And what I feel sometimes is that, like my brother, my uncle, my cousins, they just, that are in the snow in Montreal, west of Montreal, they just can't. They want to get into Nifty, but they don't, they don't have either as much money as some do, and they don't know how to get it. So what I want to do is I want to school out people. I want to teach people from Montreal or from west of Montreal. I want to teach them. They come. I have a classroom, 30 people sitting down, classroom, learning Nifty, learning how I did it, learning how I became a collector, a creator, and a curator. And these screens that you're going to see later on, because I've been showing out on Twitters and Instagram and Facebook the screens now. Well, they're going to be live 5 to 7. Like we say in French, a vernissage. I don't know in English, but artists from the region, even kids at school are going to come to that gallery, and I'll be teaching. Euphoria's dad will be their teacher to bring them to Nifty to the community. So I see, like obviously it's all younger people than I am. I see my son. It's very emotional to have seen my son do so good in the last year, but I want to go younger. I want to bring people. I want to go to school and bring the kids that are 10 in their art class to the gallery, show them, learn, sorry guys, I'm kind of emotional. Saw Euphoria coming in, and I kind of lose my words now. So yeah.
Dude, this is amazing. And I see Euphoria laughing along with you. This is a beautiful family affair. Since the first time I had the chance to meet with you and talk with you, you can just feel your passion overflowing. And that's what made me super excited about this collaboration, especially just given that nature of 2021, how crazy it's been, how it really has felt like 5 years. So I'm super excited for that release. I hope everyone pays attention to it coming on the 13th. Yeah, just big shout out to you, Euphoria's dad, aka the people's dad, and Euphoria as well, who's in the house too. So thank you so much, and super excited for drop day.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a nice day.
December 9th. Apologies.
Yeah, December 9th. December 9th. Feels like 5 years.
There we go. And next up, we have Kieran and Sketch from Mural here to talk and give us an update about what's going on with their project. So whenever you're ready, boys, gals, maybe unmute and take it away.
Hello.
There we go.
Are you there? You there? I don't know. Okay, I'll start speaking. Right. So yeah, we're here today to talk about our new project that we just released last week. The first wave of a new set of an NFT collection, which is frame. So these are to frame any of your existing Ethereum NFTs. Oh, what's going on here? It says he would talk if he could. Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
He's back.
Hello.
We're in different countries as well. Kieran's in Poland. I'm in the UK.
Right. Well, do you want to carry on, or should I take over? Or
yeah, you can take over. Go on.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, frames is a collection of frames, as they say. And the special thing that you can do with these frames is you can use them against your traditional art collection of NFTs. Yeah, so you can frame your existing collection. So instead of the main thing was that we were kind of trying to think of a way to drive a little more kind of collaboration in this space. Like the really cool thing that NFTs has kind of brought about is this whole interoperability, like across everything. Like it's happened with DeFi. You've got like they call them like the money Legos, all of these like protocols and everything that are kind of working with each other. And when it comes to the NFTs, there isn't like really a lot of interoperability that's happening. So we were trying to think of a way that we could kind of enhance, everybody's PFPs and all of that stuff that they've kind of already got. And so we came up with the frames idea. So you can basically mount your collection into these decorative frames. We've got like a ton of like styles to fit like literally anything that you could possibly think of. There's two things that you can kind of do with the binding. So that you can just kind of display your pieces inside a frame, or you can actually bind the NFTs together into like a single NFT. So it becomes a rare piece in a rare frame. So you've got like that compounded rarity. So it's like there's something that's kind of never been done in this space as far as we know. We're all about doing things that haven't been done before. I guess I have like a kind of working example of like the mounting process on my machine. If I'm allowed to share my screen, I can give you like a little sneak peek. I'm not sure if
you
do that.
It should be in the bottom left here.
In the bottom left there, you should be able to see your screen and share it, and then we just click into you to view what you're showing.
Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Okay, can you see my screen here?
Yep, it's live.
Yeah, cool. All right, so on the top row, I've got like all of my NFTs. On the bottom row, I've got my frames. So you can pick a frame and it will display the frame when it loads. And you can just take any of your NFTs and stick it in there. Oh, it's taken a while. Of course, this would happen when it's live. Oh, it's picked another one. There we go. All right. Let's choose this one. That was one like further in the list. But you just pick any of your frames that you have and any old NFT. So this is like kind of pulling the live data from my my wallet. And oh man, the network is probably because I'm streaming as well. Probably taking a while to load. Oh, there we go. Let's pull it in now. So you can like choose your different pieces and it will switch it up.
The good thing with these is also we've designed them so that they can scale and fit to any ratio.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. So
where it have to be a square.
Let me find. Oh, yeah. So I've got my Mona Lisa here. So this is a. This is a work in progress. Of course, it would do this. Yeah, there we go. So this is a portrait piece. So you can see like it's fitting it exact. Oh yeah, and this has got like that's another thing with the frames because it's a digital frame. We can do things that you can't traditionally do with a like a real life frame. So we've got like the rotating, the scrolling rims like this, and we've got like various animations. So this one we call the mirror dimension effect, and it's got like this kind of like thing where it kind of like smashes apart and then kind of like comes back together. It's very cool. And there's a whole bunch of different traits and stuff. If you go on OpenSea and click through, you can kind of check them all out. Any old shape, any old size, and it will fit your NFTs perfectly. Yeah. And yeah, so there's the two options. So yeah, one is like the mount. So the mount where you're just kind of displaying your NFT without actually binding it together, that is gasless. So you just sign a transaction, and yeah, our backend will kind of pick it up and verify that you actually own the piece, and then we'll put it in the frame. And the other one is the binding, which is physically digitally putting the NFT into the frame to create like a single NFT where you if you transfer the frame, you would actually be transferring the frame and the contents itself. So whoever kind of owns the frame owns the contents too, and it can be unbound. So yeah, if you kind of get like transfer the frame to someone else with bound contents, they can unbind it and they would get the frame and the contents too. I guess like that's the main gist.
There we go. And then I'm sure there's probably some questions. So probably picking up those questions from the audience would be perfect time right now after introducing all that. So Showman, hit Mural with the questions.
Hey, y'all, what's going on?
Hello. All good? You all right?
Yeah, great. That was a pretty fun presentation you just made. We have a couple of questions here. First one is from Mark Rendar. He would like to know, can artists design their own frames?
No, they can't. So we've already designed all the elements and everything, and they all upon minting, they all run through what do you call it, a random generator. So they're all generated using the Chainlink VRF. So to be honest, we don't know what the end result will be, which is kind of exciting.
We've only. I was going to say we've only made it a small wave, haven't we?
Yeah, and we've given it all the elements, and everything's up to chance what comes out. So far, they're all looking pretty sick. We're pretty excited what else is to come. But the idea is that it's like the other NFT projects in that you would get your NFT randomly. No one knows what it looks like until it exists.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, sorry, we've only kind of minted our following has minted like only a small amount at the moment because we had like a very small first initial wave done. So there's going to be a bunch of other designs to come when we mint the next wave, so we have no idea how what's going to come out of that. Like Paul said, it's going to be generated randomly. So we're interested to see how it's going to be. Yeah.
That's cool. We also have a plethora of questions from BB Studios. I'll try to condense them. He would like to know, did you use the charged particles protocol in order to create the frames? How many frames are you releasing, and what's the price?
So I'm not familiar with this charged particles protocol. We didn't. I guess in terms of the construction, we just used so that they're SVG so that they scale nicely and they have like the tiling elements that make sure that it scales correctly and is able to kind of fit any aspect ratio. What was the other question? Sorry.
How many? So
how many?
1,444 of them.
So not your usual 10,000 amounts. So they're going to be very rare. And the price we have, pre-sale in waves of 252. So pre-sale price is 0.144 ETH per frame. And then the public sale price is 0.244 ETH. So yeah, like we said, because of the smaller supply, it's a little rarer. So the price is a bit more.
And Elbow had a question too. They're not sure they fully understand what part is unrevealed and what's randomly generated. Could you unpack that a little bit more, please? And then, yeah, there's questions about the waitlist and all that stuff too.
Oh, okay. So not sure what you mean by the what. So like you want to kind of know the difference between unrevealed and. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
When you mint your frame NFT, you'll have your NFT token, and then they'll be generated as part of the, like, at the end of that wave, which is run through this random generator piece of code that is beyond me, and that's what Kieran does. And that basically picks the different styles. So it'd be like, okay, right, we're going to take this design of frame and this design for the corner, and we're going to add this effect and this animation and this plaque, and compiles it all together and goes, right, it's going to be made up of these colors, and all of that is done randomly, and so basically that's all up to chance. But none of us know what each NFT will look like until it's minted, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, as Paul mentioned before, we use the Chainlink VRF thing. So yeah, it's completely out of our control. We just make a call to the we have made a call to the Chainlink VRF. We didn't have any control over what seed they gave us, and all of the current frames that you can see, they're all like generated from that seed that the Chainlink call came back with. And yeah, so the next wave is going to be a new seed that is derived from that original trait seed, and yeah, so that means it's going to be something completely different. Yeah, and yeah, as Paul mentioned, we don't have any control over what comes out, and yeah, so in that sense, it's kind of fair. There's nobody that can kind of game the system because nobody knows how it's going to turn out. I know there's like a lot of NFTs that have kind of been released in controversy where like people have been kind of aware what metadata matches with what token IDs, and they can kind of figure which ones are going to be the best ones and which ones are going to be the worst ones, and they can kind of game the system that way. But with our approach, nobody can game the system because nobody knows the outcome.
Yeah, and with the last question, which was to do with the whitelist, I think there's still we've still got the whitelist. Call it
the form. Yeah.
So you can apply to be in the whitelist.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'll put the link in the chat. Let me just grab the link.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
So basically, with each wave of the mint, we're putting a whitelist through from all the applications that
are. Okay. Yeah. So there's the form.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, like Paul said, we'll derive the addresses from the whitelist for the next wave. Yeah. So we've had the first wave, and it's stop minting now. So soon, yeah, we're gonna get the next one. Yeah. Got to keep an eye out on those announcements.
There we go. Cool. So if anyone else has any questions for Kieran, Sketch, tag them in chat. Like they said, make sure you keep following them, and then sign up for the waitlist for the next wave. Kieran, Sketch, thank you so much for talking to us about what you've been doing with frames at Mural.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. And then last up, but certainly not least, we have Alan from Monster Chomp here in the house, here to talk about his new project. So Alan, whenever you're ready, unmute and take it away.
Cool. Can you guys hear me all right?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. Thanks for having me. This is awesome. This is actually my first Discord chat ever. So you broke my cherry here. Primarily, I play in a band called Life of Agony, and I've been playing in that band for 30 years. And so when COVID hit, we were about to leave for Philly that night to play with Doyle from the Misfits in Philly, and COVID just canceled our whole tour, and we've been home ever since. And outside of the band, I've been writing and drawing horror graphic novels for IDW Publishing for over 10 years now, with titles like Wire Hangers, Crawl to Me, Killogy, and an adult coloring horror universe called The Beauty of Horror, which has been a really, really great success since the first book came out in 2016. And so since I've been home, off the road, I connected with the good folks at Way Too Digital about possibly doing a Beauty of Horror coloring app because the books were so successful. And in our discussions, we really hit it off. The CEO is a fellow bass player, and so besides talking bass and gear, we started talking all about NFTs. And so, I've always been interested in the space, and this was my opportunity to kind of dive in with a new IP and develop the backstory with some good people. And here we are with Monster Chompers. We're about to launch on December 6th. Our whitelist is open at monsterchompers.com. You can check out all the graphics we got going on, and we're updating our roadmap over the next couple of days. So there's actually some graphics that I shared with Matthew, and it's really cool. It's basically a universe of where monsters are living and hiding amongst the humans, and there is a secret organization called WGC that is targeting and hijacking human restaurants to hold their own elite monster dining experiences. And monsters come from all over the world to experience these, exotic meals, and then they end up burning down the establishment after they leave, and no one is the wiser. And this has been going on for decades. And so the cool thing about this project, besides the insane NFTs themselves, which are all monsters eating, exotic, crazy meals from our Monster Chompers menu. Besides all that, we're also developing a full-blown graphic novel that NFT owners can participate in naming. There's also a franchise element where if you purchase 2 NFTs, you get ownership to a digital copy of the graphic novel. If you get a food truck with like 5 NFTs, that upgrades to sales commissions on our secondary market that's built into monsterchompers.com, and so on and so on. There's a monster bar, and if you get in for the big restaurant at 10 NFTs, you participate in secondary sales, royalties, naming rights, physical copies of the book, and all through this whole journey, I'm going to be hosting drink and draw video sessions with the community, and I'll be raffling off the original artwork to send out to folks. It's really exciting. The band is starting to pick up and book tours again as the world starts to open up, but Monster Chompers is still going to be front and center for me. I'm going to take it with me wherever I go.
Love to hear it. And definitely share the roadmap in the Discord. Bunch of links I'll reshare right now, so folks can go check that out. But now, of course, is question time. So if anyone in the audience had any questions, make sure you tag show. Otherwise, showman, hit Alan from Monster Chompers with some questions.
Hey, Alan, what's going on, man?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Likewise. When I took a look at your artwork, I got a like funhouse carnival kind of vibe. Is that the source of your inspiration?
Maybe with some of the colors, it's very, very poppy colors. It's a lot different than my other stuff. With every project that I tackle, I always want to kind of give it the voice of the project and kind of change things up and push myself beyond, my boundaries and try new things all the time. So this is really just a really organic type of project. Came about really quickly. I think we started it in August or something. So all the artwork has just been flowing out of me. I don't sleep very much. And it's just kind of going into a new territory for me. If you check out any of my other graphic novels, the style changes from book to book because I really want to capture the voice of the projects. And I think that with the poppy colors for the monsters, it's a different take on monsters. It's not the typical traditional everything is dark and gloomy and shadowy. This is more like in your face and more like almost graffiti in a way.
That's cool. We also have a question. Oh, okay. We just have a statement from Sketch Star. They just want to say that they love the images from Monster Chompers.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah,
December 6th.
Yeah. Given your experience with IDW and as a graphic artist / novelist, do you think that there are more opportunities for people out there in the space, or is it just like hype?
What do you in the graphic novel space?
Yeah, like within the graphic novel space, there are people who kind of get the runaround. They don't get paid for their creations. There's a pretty toxic history. Do you feel like there's an opportunity for them to thrive in this space here?
Absolutely, and I feel strongly about that because pretty much every time New York Comic Con is open, besides when COVID closed it, I take part in a panel with an entertainment lawyer friend of mine, and we're always, kind of given the step-by-step on how to protect yourself as an artist, what to look for in publishing contracts, how to present your work to get feedback from those types of companies, because I went through it all, and actually the reason I got a publishing contract was because of Twitter. And it wasn't a typical story, but I would advise upcoming creators to get out there on social media and hit up like-minded creators and create a network that way, because it's really hard to break in. And I went to school of visual arts in New York City, and I had the best teachers in the world, but timing's everything. And by the time I was ready to present my first book to the world, Wire Hangers, it was just a bunch of random happenances that happened at the right time for me to get that publishing deal. And I would just say, just be ready, protect your work. Don't just sign the first contract that comes across your desk. You got to be careful and you got to know what to look out for.
There we go. And yeah, if anyone else has any more questions for Alan about Monster Chompers, make sure you drop it in the chat here. Otherwise, man, thank you so much for jumping up on the stage and talking to us about everything that you have cooking up and sort of your vision for where you're taking the project.
Oh, thanks so much, man.
Cool. So with that, WIP proper updates have officially ended, but I know that we have Real Paradox in the house for some commemorative picture taking in CryptoVoxels. If anyone has the links to CryptoVoxels, drop it in Discord so folks can hop in. But yeah, Paradox, you want to take it away, or Rizzle, do you want to say something before we get into that? I know you're crunched for time a little bit.
No, man, let's kick it over to Paradox for a group shot, and then we got like a little find the Paradox activity for a couple minutes before we kick it over to show for the Afties.
Perfect.
Cool. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Excellent. Right. Hey guys, it's Paradox, the videographer for the WIP. Now, guys, this is the part of the WIP where we take some video and a commemorative photo. So if you're not in World, somebody can throw down a link for CryptoVoxels. Jump in World, and I'm going to do something slightly different here, try and wake you guys up ready for the afties. So what I want, if you are in World, I want everybody to fly up onto the balcony and stand, please. So, and then what we're going to do, just to shake things up a little bit, is if you know how, duplicate your character. And essentially that is, if this only works if you're on a PC or a Mac, you can't do it on a mobile, unfortunately. But you can right click the tab and click duplicate. And essentially you will clone yourself. So I want to see everyone with at least 2 clones, please. Let's see how that's going. So Dragonite is going to kindly play some music whilst we get into the position. And after about a minute, we're going to take some video. Beautiful. Thanks, Dragonite. Amazing. Excellent. Right, and I'm going to pass over to Rizzle, but just so everybody knows, the next part is we are going to do a little hunt, a hunt for Paradox, which Rizzle will explain. But if anyone that is new here, you're hunting for the blue guy wearing the B20 top and the giant camera above his head, called Paradox. Cool. Over to Rizzle. Cheers.
Matt, hunt to kill. Do not kill the voxel paradox. So y'all caught on to us last week, so we tried to get a little bit sneakier this time around. So we're going to Dragon, is it possible to kick on like 5 minutes worth of search music, and then regardless of whether or not we found the hidden paradox? Yes, right on. We'll just kick it over to show for the afties in about 5 minutes or so. Okay, so here's your task. Somewhere in Metalympics Park, which I will drop a link to in a second, there are 5 hidden paradoxes. I got 5 of Mighty 33's NFTs, his audio NFTs that he just dropped, that we can give away. So the first 5 people to find the 5 hidden paradoxes and tag the WIP paradox and Mighty 33 will get one of these audio NFTs. And yeah, it's at Paradox, at the WIP Meetup, at Mighty33 on Twitter. And we'll send you one of his brand new audio NFTs. Yeah, so here's the link for Metalympic Stadium. good luck. It's a big stadium. Do not hunt to kill Paradox. And yeah, Dragon, if we kick off like 5 minutes of search music, and then we will kick it over to show for the afties.
Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of diving? Straighten up my life. Straighten up to right. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of diving? Straighten up my life. Straighten up to right. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of diving? Straighten up my right. Straighten up to right. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of diving? Straighten up my right. Straighten up to right. What's the use of diving? Straight up to right. What's the use of diving? What's the use of diving? Up to right. With diving. Straight up to right.
Yeah, that was perfect. Looks like a whole bunch of people found Paradox, or the fake Paradoxes, one of the fake Paradoxes. I posted the Twitter handles a little bit farther up in the chat for Mighty 33 Paradox and the WIP Meetup. If you were not one of the first 5 and you like just squeaked in, and if I have like, you know, a few extra Rizzle shirts, we'll make sure everyone who tagged everybody and took a selfie screenshot with everyone gets a thing at some point or another. So we will hook you up for your efforts. But then you have to come to my birthday party. That's the deal. That being said, if the Paradox hunt is still on, I haven't checked the Twitter. It looks like we probably filled those 5 slots, but we'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'm going to kick the mic over to show for the Afties.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know what just happened to my voice. How's my audio, y'all? Am I good? Thank you, Matthew. Hey, Sandy, again, thank you for that NFT. I kept telling you, but I don't know. Thanks for that. Hey, y'all. If you're brand new, please turn down your speakers, turn down your headphones, turn down your volume. All right, just trust me. If you don't know, turn it down. You don't have to leave the voice channel. Just turn your fucking volume down. All right. All of them, Sandy. All. Big fucking sigh. Big fucking sigh. This is unrelated to everything else. This is just what I'm about to talk about. Big sigh in regards to what I'm about to talk about. Big sigh and eye roll. Big fucking sigh. My God. My God. My fucking God. What the fuck? Can you feel it? Can you feel the eye roll? Trust me, you don't want me to sigh louder than I am. Just what the fuck? Oh my God. WIP fam. WIP fam. Big eye roll. Big sigh. These feelings. This energy. Oh, what the fuck? If you don't get it, you will understand when I'm about to tell you this shit. WIP fam, if you've been coming to the WIP for days, months, weeks, not in that order, hours, eons, if you've been coming here, right, you know that this is a tip-top team in tip-top shape doing tip-top shit. Day in and day out, working behind the scenes, sweating so you don't have to. Sweating so you don't have to. Using everything we can in order to make things happen. Even using tools, right, that aren't in tip-top shape. Without tip-top teams doing tip-top shit. And anytime they do something that's tip-top, it's the opposite of a top. It's the fucking worst. We use a tool. We're using it right now. We're inside of it right now. This particular tool, I can't call it anything else because it's a tool, right? And tools break, tools rust, right? The tip is rusted of this tool, right? This particular tool I'm talking about hasn't gotten the job done. Like, it's never fucking got the job done. Crypto voxels. Big sigh. Huge fucking sigh. Crypto voxels. You know, honestly, my fondest memories of the WIP are associated with crypto voxels. It just happened that way, you know? It was fun when millions of fucking people are crashing the server, making fun of the fact that the shit don't work. We're commiserating in the trauma. The shit don't fucking work, but there's millions of us for a while now having a good time, right? There's something about the beep boops right? The sound of when you teleport, and it's like a wah, and it's like when you do something, when you send a message and the message sounds, all those little things are encoded in our subconscious. It's nostalgic as fuck, even though I turned the sound off completely. If I turn it on, it'll feel like the days of when this shit was brand new. The issue with this, right? All of this nostalgia, we can't hold on to it. We have nostalgia for the nostalgia because things keep getting fucking changed and broken and twisted, and tip-top things don't work. And this has resulted in people not wanting to invest in the product itself or spend time in the product. This has even resulted in Rust getting more rust. The tool got so rusted that other tools out there, Sandbox, Decentraland, Leapinverse, all these other platforms, all these other tools have tip-top teams doing tip-top shit and they're getting all the attention now. But CryptoVoxels, unfortunately, got looked over. CryptoVoxels got too caught up in creating parcels, more and more parcels, and then fixing things that didn't need to be fixed, to the point where it's missing the mark. The demand wasn't there. Get addressed. Flooding the market for it was just missing what made it nostalgic and special. The things that worked. I mentioned this a couple of months ago. I mentioned this a year ago, but now it's prevalent because it seems like institutions have been investing heavily into these other platforms, even to the point of acquiring one of them, right? Of course, we want this to stay decentralized. We want CryptoVoxels to be decentralized, but it got so punk rock that it forgot what punk rock was all about. It just got stuck on guitar strings, right? Or it got stuck on bass amps, but not understanding what the amp was used for. It was to make music. It's not making music anymore. It got stuck on something. Now, realizing that it wasn't producing music, it wasn't making tip-top shit anymore, CryptoVoxels is looking to release a coin, y'all. I just got word. I saw this shit like 2 days ago. It got word. Sorry, I know that this is long-winded. Trust me, we're gonna get to our presenters. Just trust me on this, okay? This all is gonna make sense in a moment. CryptoVoxels is releasing a coin in April of 2022, y'all. After all this time. Why? This is the kicker. Why this has anything to do with our presenters is this. Our presenters are innovators, kicking ass, and we're going to get into my hot takes on that in comparison to what this is, right? CryptoVoxels is reactionary, realizing that it got overlooked, that it missed the boat, right? It's creating a token, not now, mind you. It's creating a token in Q2 of next year, but they want to explore what will add more value to the token, right? By doing things that it should have did, but also this is something that was really important. They said that, hey, it's not about landowners in CryptoVoxels. We're trying to find what the other value is. I'm like, well, if it wasn't about landowners, then why did you mint ad nauseum land parcels every single week? Mondays and Tuesdays, depending upon daylight savings time or whatever part of the world you're in. Why did you keep minting land and devaluing the product if it wasn't about landowners, right? And giving and airdropping landowners who were committed, mind you, not because of just land. There are many landowners and there's empty parcels, but it's not that. What made CryptoVoxels dope is what you're looking at, the WIP, having the presenters speak in CryptoVoxels, right? What made it dope was people like Connie Digital discovering the shit and seeing the potential and future of this particular tool, right? That wouldn't have even been used. It wouldn't have even been rusted if it wasn't for people seeing what could be done with this tool, right? Seeing that a bass, an amp could be used to amplify voices and music and create some awesome fucking shit, making music for people to consume. CryptoVoxels you're out of tune. You're out of sync with what's going on. Now you're releasing a token and then you're saying again that you don't see what the value is. You're not going to airdrop the people who propped up the platform even when the tool wasn't working. Does everyone understand? To the point where Decentraland had an issue. Decentraland had an issue where there were too many people who owned land, right? And when they were trying to make decisions, the decisions weren't being, they weren't effective because there were too many whales. BB Studios could speak to this. We talked about this, right? Like platforms like that had an issue. There are larger voices. There are larger voices in crypto voxels. Exactly. So, right, Crypto Voxels is not even a DAO. It's like, but the point is, the mark is missed. You can see where these went wrong, and you can be what we thought you were. What we kept trying to say day in and day out. We thought something. So now at this point, I don't know. It's like I love crypto voxels. I feel nostalgic. I feel like this was going to be the thing, but apparently it's being overlooked. I don't want institutions to come in, and I agree that I don't want institutions to take over crypto voxels, but man, it like we don't have to go. We don't have to be we, right? It's not a we thing. It's not a DAO, right? They don't have landowners in mind, right? It doesn't have to be acquired by an institution in order to have value, right? It can stand alone and be independent and be a leader if it just understood what its power was. If it understood what its power was, just like the four presenters that we had, if it understood what its power was, then maybe, just maybe, it would start doing some more cool shit. Instead of being reactionary, it would be the action itself. Welcome to the Afties, y'all. I'm your host, Show. Sorry, that was super long-winded. My apologies. That's the only time I will apologize, because I'm the loudest and dumbest voice in the room. If you have no idea who's speaking, you'll know it right now. Or better yet, you'll know at the end of this thing, this parasitic thing that's sucking the lifeblood out of the WIP day in and day out. No, but this is the time, this is the portion, this is the part of this event where instead of you running off to talk about this in your Twitter space where people don't even know what the fuck an NFT is, and then when they try to define it, they talk about some crazy analytical shit that scares away people. It doesn't make sense. Instead of having fake NFT gurus from Clubhouse come into your space and tell you what they believe things are when you've been here the entire time, this is your time to give your voice and opinion to what is being innovated. These four presenters, they weren't reactionary. They had an idea, they built it out, and they didn't get stuck on repeat. They didn't get stuck creating land parcels over and over again and then not selling the shit when people were interested in buying the shit, and when there's no fucking demand. Anyway, this portion is all about providing a hot take or an opinion with a group of people. This isn't an echo chamber like your random Twitter space. No. Hot take or an opinion. Phrase the question rhetorically. Don't have me guess what you're thinking. Shout out to everybody who's in the voice channel who opted in right now. All right. I'm going to get right to it. I've been talking too much, right? Here's the first subject. The first subject. We had Metatravelers. Shout out to the Metatraveler team. You know, Trippy Yogi holds a special place in my heart. Always doing great shit. Right? Metatravelers. 3D avatar, interoperable, metaverse ready. This particular thing, right? Built out by hardcore degens, answering issues in the space due to nostalgia and love for platforms, wanting to make them better because they didn't know how to make themselves better. Helping the people, creating something that's super interesting, creating lore, creating things that are visually appealing, and then providing that as a product to increase a product that needs more products to increase its value. this is an innovation that wasn't reactionary, right? It didn't react. It saw an issue and it established another market by innovating. It didn't react to the problem. It saw the problem and it provided a solution. They're two different things. It didn't react to a problem and compound on the problem. It created a solution. My point is, are these platforms the problem for themselves if we're creating great shit? Where can we have a Nibiru 3D avatar NFT that is interoperable if the platforms aren't ready for this type of shit? Thoughts? If the platform ain't ready, how am I ready?
You monster.
I am a monster in the sheets and in the bathroom. I'm a monster on the toilet seat. Thoughts?
Nice.
Don't agree with me. Don't compliment me. This is not that. Listen. If you want to be glad-handed, if you want to be complimented and stay in the echo chamber, just go on Twitter on your phone and hop into any one of those fucking 24/7 NFT Twitter space where people want to hear themselves speak. I don't want to hear myself speak. I want you to hear me talking about absolutely nothing right now and admitting the fact that this is about nothing and everything at the same time. I am the loudest and dumbest voice in the fucking space. Thoughts?
Get undressed.
Consensually. Don't demand shit you're not ready for. Thoughts?
I don't know.
I will not accept I don't know or sound bites for that matter. I want real opinions. You heard me speak at length. What happens if Metatravelers, the work that this team has done, the work that this team has put in, right? What if all the work that Marco and Trippy Yogi put into Metatravelers and Crypto Voxels is not ready? Why? Because it's too busy just minting land parcels, and then they want to create a token. And who the fuck is the token for? Thoughts?
Don't worry. We can still just keep using the same old excuse. It's early days.
When will it not be early days anymore?
Never.
It's always going to be early days? Unmute your microphone, y'all. Little devs, you tell me. Phrase it in the form of a hot take or an opinion. Phrase your question rhetorically. Unmute your microphone and you tell me. What do you know? No, you. What do you suggest? No, you. I don't know what the fuck Crypto Voxels is doing at this point. It makes no sense. Mark Rendor, all I'm getting is fuzz, but I feel you because I think that that's what is going on in the minds of the Crypto Voxels team. Exactly. That was the volume of your opinion was so awesome. The loudness was even louder than what my voice is normally.
Standards will drive interoperability, nothing else. That's my take.
Mark Rendor, you are someone who has very high standards. Everybody's standards isn't the same, because if it was, then Crypto Voxels will work, and then I'd be able to get my Nibiru 1 out of 7,776, right? Because that isn't that how it works, right? If I'm claiming 1, then you take away 1 from 7,777 to make it 7,776. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yet we all come back to Crypto Voxels, don't we? We stay here.
We're trauma.
You're traumatized.
We're trauma bonding, Mark Rendor. Mark Rendor, we've bonded already. I don't need to keep trauma bonding.
It's Stockholm syndrome.
It's all of the it's all of the cities in Sweden. Dragonate, it's all of them. All the symptoms and syndromes from all of fucking Sweden. It's all of them. Right? Stockholm is in Sweden, right? Or is it in Finland? Or is it in Oslo? I don't know. It's cold as fuck. That's all I fucking know. It's cold as fuck and they have great chocolate, apparently. Unmute your microphones, y'all. Don't type it in the live chat. Oh, see, this is why CryptoVoxels, right, is releasing a CryptoVoxels believe, because you're not speaking on the microphone, CryptoVoxels believe that it's gonna release a fucking token in April of 2022, and it's saying that it won't be a 1-for-1 airdrop to landowners who have propped up the fucking platform, but their whole point was for them to keep creating land in order for people to acquire. What was the motivation?
I don't know. Everyone else is making a token, so why not, right? Everyone jumps off a bridge, you follow suit. It's just a logical thing to do.
Oh! But here's one thing though, and then I'm gonna move on. Here's one thing I want you all to think about. Here's one thing I really, really want you to think about. If that's the case, and I'm not saying that I agree with Dragonate, because I never fucking agree with Dragonate. I will die before I agree with him. But screw you. If that is the case, then isn't that reactionary? And this is rhetorical. Isn't that reactionary? And better yet, if CryptoVoxels was in the #1 fucking spot, then why would it do that? Why would it react that way? If you were the innovator, unmute your microphone. Stop writing it in the live chat channel. Moving on. Oh, go ahead. Who was that? Go ahead. Who was that?
That was me. I'm just going to sign out on this, but if it means they can start creating these islands, if we have a token, then it's all good, isn't it? If it means they can start terraforming these islands regularly. Okay. That's just my take.
Your take is terrible. Your take is absolutely atrocious. You want them to start deleting all the land that they were creating in order to make millions of dollars, even though they didn't make the millions of dollars, and that's why they're dropping an air token, hoping to be the next Sandbox or the Decentraland or Leapinverse. Moving on. Obviously, everything I say is facetious, y'all. Just read between the lines. Speaking of reading between the lines, this is the first time ever, and I'm going to say this in the space, the first time ever where someone's dad claimed them in the crypto space. Euphoria's dad, shout out to Euphoria's dad. Someone's parent claimed them in the crypto space. I thought we were a bunch of degens. I thought that we were all orphans. I thought that there was no claim. Someone's trying to claim this shame. So Euphoria's dad, shout out to Euphoria's dad in this presentation. It was interesting. It was different. Here's my hot take on this particular thing. My hot take and opinion on Euphoria's dad and what they're doing is this is the first time I believe that a collector, right, had felt some shame, some guilt, some pain from a loss. And because of that, they decided to curate some winners and collectors in order to recoup on Nifty Gateway or any other platform. I feel like collectors and curators need to feel more pain. You need to feel more. You need to cry at night like the artists cry at night in order to create these awesome fucking masterpieces that sell for millions of dollars. Thoughts?
Agree. Mucho agree.
No.
Yes.
No.
I can agree if I want.
No, you can't. You're not allowed.
Yes, I can.
No one is allowed to agree. You have your own opinion. This is not Clubhouse. You're just nodding your head and saying, yeah. They say they ask, what is an NFT? Oh, and then some dev comes on. He's like, yeah. So then the scientific landscape of the Necrochromicron is upscale of 1 diameter and then something, and then the person doesn't know. They only heard about this shit on CNN, and they're like, what? I guess. And then they try to explain it at the dinner table, and then everybody's looking at them like they're crazy, and they're crazy because they don't understand what the fuck they heard. And this is the echo chamber that occurs. My point being is that collectors and curators need to feel pain. You need to fucking cry into your pillow at night like these artists do that make this shit and then don't sell. Thoughts?
I recently spoke with someone who actually thought that artists shouldn't make anything over $1,000 for anything, ever. Unironically, they thought this.
Artists shouldn't be making anything at all. Just get rid of the fucking artists. How about that?
Why do you hate creativity so much?
Fuck it, get rid of them. Delete. Thank you, Lee's Comic Standing. Delete all of the artists like Crypto Voxels. Well, just like Mark Rendar said that Crypto Voxels should just delete all the islands that they created ad nauseum.
You know, if you delete all artists, you delete all creators. And if you delete all creators, we have nothing. No innovation. Nothing new. Ever. Is that what you really want?
The collectors have everything.
Yeah, but it'll only be what currently exists. It'll never be anything new. And if anyone becomes another creator and makes something new, then they're considered an artist or a creative, which means they have to be deleted as well.
I have a better idea. You know what they should do? They should drop a fucking token. They should drop a fucking token. Next subject we had mural.art. Mural.art. Shout out to mural.art. You know, I was gonna say, hey, you know, they dropped the paint token, made people rich. Here's my hot take, all right? They dropped the paint token, made people rich, right? They created a digital wall for people to draw things on so people can become friends. My hot take is that mural.art's goal is to take over the planet by enriching people's lives. Thoughts?
And who cares? Why not? Why shouldn't they? What's wrong with it?
Everything is wrong with it. You want to give people a token to liquidate with? To exit liquid? You want people to draw things together? You want people who have wasted millions of dollars on Yetis, on other failed projects in order to have some frame that is overlaid with the 1,000 trillion NFT project that they released, that's sitting in their wallet in order to enrich it, in order to add some value with the rare traits of a frame?
I don't know.
I believe that mural.art is up to something and they must be stopped. Thoughts?
Hey, this is Spherical Art Show. Hey, show.
Hey, Spherical Art.
You can't stop us.
I was thinking it would be cool, now that I've seen their frames, maybe I should come out with matting. Should put some mats inside the frame, and then maybe a golden wire to hang the frame with. What do you think?
I hate it. It's a terrible fucking idea. I hate it. It's absolutely the worst. No. And what are you saying? You think? Phrase it rhetorically. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I hate it, and I hate your guts. You know, but you know who's gonna steal it? Crypto Voxels is gonna steal it.
I think maybe I'll make the hook to hang the frame.
I'm gonna hook you. I'm gonna hook you. And speaking of hooking and gutting things, Sketchstar, I heard what you said. You can't be stopped. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna press the delete button. I'm gonna press Alt and F4 at the same time on Sketchstar. Unmute your microphone, Sketchstar. You're trying to save what?
What?
Loot everybody.
Sketchstar, repeat that.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. What do you want?
You will be stopped. You can't save the world. You will be stopped. You're airdropping millions of paint. You will be stopped.
There's got to be like at least 3 decent people out there, though, isn't there?
No, absolutely fucking not. No.
Some people must appreciate it.
No one does.
Shut up.
It's terrible.
Well, it's something to do, isn't it? Passes the time. What else would we do?
You know what else you would do? What else you would do? You would go and buy some CryptoVoxels land. That's what you would do. You would go get some CryptoVoxels land, but then not get an airdrop of a token in Q2 of 2022, even though the platform has been around for years. That's what you would do.
There's no time for that. Too busy, isn't it?
There is time, apparently, because they think that you have enough time in order to do this shit. They think that you're not busy enough in order to do this shit. You're too busy drawing on the digital canvas for a digital mural. You're too busy creating frames that have rarity traits that enhance other people's PFPs. They think that you have all the time in the world if you're doing that shit.
There is that couple of hours where I get like a couple of hours of sleep. So yeah, there's time then, I guess.
You sleep?
And once in a while.
You know what doesn't have any form of time or any kind of indication of a shift in the environment? CryptoVoxels. CryptoVoxels doesn't have night or day for many people. Moving on. Next subject. Last but not least, monster choppers. I can't even say that properly. Monster chompers. Monster chompers. The artwork. I comment that the artwork is vaguely reminiscent of carnivals, of like roller coasters and onion blooms, fried onions, a fucking funnel cake, and with coated sugar and shit, and Slurpees. It feels fun. It feels different. It feels like Mad TV. No, not TV. The Mad Magazine and Heavy Metal back in the day. Heavy Metal was NSFW. Heavy Metal was dirtier than my voice right now. Heavy Metal needed mouthwash when there was no such thing as mouthwash in the early 90s. Speaking of graphic novels, right? Here's my hot take. I feel like people don't know how to read. People don't know how to read. Thoughts?
I want to skip it, please.
Thoughts? People don't know how to read anymore. And better yet, people don't know how to look at pictures anymore. Graphic novels didn't have words in it, it had pictures. It's like one generation was too lazy to read books, so they started looking at graphic novels. The next generation, this generation is like, you know what, we're just gonna fucking do away with the pictures altogether. No words, no pictures. Thoughts? Thoughts? No words, no pictures. people don't know how to read. People don't even know how to consume graphics, images, pictures, illustrations. People do not know how to consume this shit. It's a different generation, y'all. Images are old school. Just like reading is old, words are old.
We don't need to know how to read because we've deleted all the artists.
Least comic standing. You're deleting artists. You're canceling artists. That's what you're doing? I'm offended. I'm offended. If anyone else here isn't offended, I'm offended. I am highly, highly offended.
Mission accomplished.
You're so offensive. You're so offensive. I'm appalled that you're canceling artists. I'm appalled. And I'm offended.
Hi, Paul.
Shout out to Paul. Wherever the fuck Paul is, shout out to him. He's a gentleman and a scholar. I'm offended, not just by that, not just by whatever my hot take was. If you weren't paying attention, you scroll back and you read it, or maybe you find a picture of it. I bet you it doesn't exist. I bet you it does. Words and a picture of my hot take do not exist because I don't remember it. Maybe you go find it. You remember my hot take. I'm offended. I'm offended by the fact that so many dope artists who are not canceled, like Least Comic Standing wants them to be canceled. So many creators, so many innovators, so many people have touched down on the voxel blocks that are within crypto voxels, have seen the potential, have even turned a dismal and barren digital netherscape, right? That was white and black in shading and hue, and not in a good way, in a gray hellscape. And they saw the potential to convert it into something magical. And each time they tried to keep adding value to this thing, the creators of the platform got scared and started doing some other shit. But you know what? You know what one thing they believe that you need? They believe that you need a token. And not now, not right now, but in April of 2022. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition. Thank you for coming through to this edition of the Afties. I'm your host, show. You already know. Shout out to the entire leadership team at Token Smart. Shout out to the WIP crew. I love each and every single one of you. You know the fucking deal. Shout out to all of the WIP fam. Everybody in the voice channel, what the fuck is the deal? Please keep your eyes and ears open for everything that is available in the event channel. There are a bunch of things happening later on this evening. Shout out to all you. Much love, and I'll see you later.